were talking about bass.
That bass.
Bass.
You got a good system in your car.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decent one. I haven't actually seen it, but I've heard it.
Like, what is it? Like, what system is it? Like,
It's just one 15-inch subwoofer in my trunk. And then I got a 3,500 watt amp powering it. And then I got a spare battery, so it doesn't
15 is
die.
pretty good, though.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, it
could you just
slaps.
put a bigger battery in?
If I put a bigger battery in it, the only difference it would make was that I could just run it full volume longer with my car off.
Do you got a capacitor, though?
I do not. They say unless you get a giant, like, big-ass capacitor with a battery in it, they're not worth it. They don't store enough power in them.
I always thought that they helped reduce, like, the spikes when the bass hits.
Yeah, so
But
when a bunch of power happens, it drains out or when a bunch of bass happens at, a very high frequency, drains your battery more. So then the capacitor helps, like, give it that extra jolt. But if you got a cylinder capacitor, like a $200 capacitor, it won't do nothing unless you have a smaller system.
How big
what about two 12-inch Pioneers with a? Well, I guess I don't have an amp yet at the moment, but what do you think? What do you think the draw on that would be? And do you think a capacitor would help with that?
The capacitor might help with that if it is somewhere around like 500 RMS, something a little bit more lower power. You're gonna need a way bigger capacitor if you want to power something way bigger, though.
I got the subs from from my cousin, but I don't have the amp yet, and I'm also questioning whether or not I should even put it in my car because the box is so big that it'd take up my entire fucking trunk.
Yeah, that's my life right now. I don't have a trunk.
I'd have to start putting my groceries in the back seat.
That's what I do. Front seat and back seat.
Like, I used to have one in my old car, but I haven't had the time or effort or even felt like the effort of putting it into my new car.
They do make capacitors that have an amp and a backup battery built into them, an all-in-one, which those are nice.
I know a lot of show cars actually have like a second generator and a second battery.
Yeah. Another alternator. Like, I need to get another alternator because mine's going out. It's working way too hard trying to refill my batteries and stuff.
They got customized alternators for, like...
They do.
Yeah, they do. They have ones just for car audio.
I believe they split it off into two, or they have ones that have more power.
Mm-hmm.
Will you running stock?
Yeah, I just have my stock. I'm waiting until it just totally fucking dies.
You ever see the lights in your car just like flicker and shit?
Mm-hmm. I just cracked my screen in my car.
Oof.
Yeah. Giant crack right across it because of my bass. I'm pissed and impressed at the same time.
So what you have to do, like put like a bigger screen in there or what?
Eventually I'll take it out and just put an iPad in instead. Just have an iPad in my...
iPad?
Yeah, I'll just take everything out, my heaters and vents, and I'll just slap an iPad in there and then build a frame around it. And then that'll just be what I use.
How much is that going to cost?
iPad, like $600 if I get a cheaper one.
So you're just being like all like ghetto.
Yeah, it's just going to be super ghetto.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I mean, I can't say I haven't done something similar as far as being custom about shit. Like I had an old Supra and it had like a doubled in radio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to put a single in and I couldn't find a good adapter. So we basically just made a plate for it.
Hey, it works, doesn't it? Fills it in.
I mean, you take that shit they use for insulation. Little what's it called? Looks like popcorn shit. Can't remember what it's called.
I don't think you'd use foam in there. I've seen a lot of people use like a thick cottony stuff.
Yeah, they do make interior stuff for your car,
but
like seal stuff.
Mostly that's just to stop the trunk rattle.
Mm-hmm. Which that's what I'm trying to do right now.
But what your trunk rattles like?
Oh, dude, my license plate is like
because I think
the whole time.
No fuck.
You don't want to eliminate the sound so much as you want to stop it from vibrating things that shouldn't be.
You want to eliminate any outside sounds from your sub, so you just get a pure bass sound. That's why people will layer their trunks and their cars with all kinds of foam and stuff underneath.
Now my question is, like, when you like wake up early in the morning and go to work, are you blaring your bass?
No, I do not turn it on at all. There's some days where I'll wake up early, like an hour or two before work, and when I'm up, then I'll be blasting my whole way to work. But typically, no, I don't.
You ever get any pissed off people that you?
Oh yeah.
Now I want to see the answer on this one. Do you do it when you leave work?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I was
let
gonna
that
say,
shit
if you're gonna say that you
rattle.
don't do it when you leave work, I was gonna call bullshit.
I let people know I'm leaving work. You guys know it's 3 p.m. because I'm leaving.
So like how like I never even heard your bass before. Like is it like that shaky? You know.
If I play something like 20 hertz in my car, I roll the windows up.
You can adjust it.
Yeah. You ever feel you know the movie? I can't even remember the name now. Where there's these beings and nobody can see them, but like they're like hop on your shoulders and they can like feel the weight on their shoulders and stuff. Kind of like I can't remember the movie name, but that's basically how it is sitting in my car. Like,
so I heard
you
people
won't hear
saying
any
that like when
noise.
they're like next to you or behind you or in front of you, they can feel their car rattle.
Yeah. Chris said I almost spilled his coffee out of his truck the one day.
Nice.
Yeah. If you play a low enough frequency, you won't hear no noise. The only thing you're gonna hear is my car, like my metal of my car flexing, and it's gonna feel like there's just a demon like pushing down on you. It's just straight force. You don't hear nothing.
So what are you playing when you want the highest quality of bass? Were you playing, you know,
anything between 30 and 40 hertz for myself?
No, I mean like what song or
what song?
Yeah, like
that's just asking what music do you play through your system?
That's what
music. If I want just to get slammed with a bunch of bass, I'll just look some song up that's bass boosted. Typically, I just listen to dubstep, electronic music, a lot of beats. Yeah.
Well, like there was a period in time, like back like I think it was early 2000s, where they just a lot of like underground rap beats were just bass heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how it is right now, honestly.
Was Tech 9 back in the day, was that bass heavy?
He had some songs. The bass rap, like the bass rapper who like makes songs for subs. His name's Big Crit, and his dude. Oh my god, bro, his rap songs are fucking ridiculous. If you have a system, just constant.
You remember that song from Tech 9, like I'm a Beast? It's like, you know, you never heard that song? I'm a Beast. Look that up and put that in your thing when we get done with the podcast. I want to see what the bass sound like on that.
Oh yeah, I'll give you guys a demo for sure. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
So me and CRollur are planning on making a rap video.
Oh, you're gonna go into that?
Yeah. So
my thing is
we're probably gonna feature Koby in it. But his name's not gonna be the same. It's gonna be Koby Jack. Then we got CRollur, Willy, rap
Koby Jack.
Koby Jack.
There's no L in his name though.
Yeah, all right. So you guys want to see CRollur rap?
No, we're not gonna do that. Right now I'm questioning whether or not I can make a good beat for us to rap to. Even I could just go to one of those stupid websites and download one, but I'd rather make my own.
Yeah,
I actually know a guy that makes beats. If you really want a beat made for you, yep. He's doing his first concert next weekend, but he's been producing a lot of fucking beats on SoundCloud.
That sounds good.
He's starting to really pop right now. Yeah.
You'll have to send me a link to his SoundCloud then.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, so we're gonna make a little rap music video, and I'm gonna be the hype man. I'll be like, yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Then we got Koby. Like, I'm pretty sure he can rap too.
I cannot rap.
Or you be the background Beyonce if you guys want to watch.
I'll be the background dancer.
Yeah. Boy, he's gonna be like Beyonce / like Rihanna / whoever the Queen. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun video, guys. I appreciate you guys watching our channel.
Gorillas have the strength in one finger as they do in a whole human arm.
So, we want to talk about something else now. Go from bass to gorillas?
Yeah, gorillas. Gorillas have as much strength in my entire arm in one finger.
That is incredible.
How does Godzilla beat King Kong then?
Dude, gorillas
if you put it in scale, like saying King Kong's maybe like a 20,000 pound gorilla, and a regular gorilla has the power of a man's arm in one finger. How the hell does Godzilla beat King Kong?
I mean,
there's no way.
But Godzilla is not a human.
No, it's a reptile.
You got a fucking lizard, that's over.
Yeah, it's like a reptile. It's got little
like
arms.
This,
yeah,
you got some fucking monkey, decking you.
With actual appendages and stuff, too.
Like, those gorillas, they will fuck you up. I watched videos on this. They have like over 16 times the strength of a human being with their weight.
Mm-hmm. And that's just regular gorillas. We're not even talking about silverbacks.
Their hip or like a perfect punch. It's just like straight up.
If they put a gorilla in the octagon, he would be the champion of every weight class.
Fuck yeah! Yes. I mean, they punch you 100%. Like this, straight forward.
Yeah,
it'll knock you back.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're pretty powerful, but I've never witnessed it myself.
They're crazy.
So like
a big like alpha sized gorilla would literally rip all of us in half. Like we would all be dead.
But the thing with gorillas, they have emotions too. Like they
do have like a personality to them.
Yeah, so they like.
I've definitely seen.
I'll punch this guy a couple times and I'll leave.
Yeah, like there's some who they're just assholes who want to show you like, yeah, I'm stronger than you.
Yeah, I've definitely seen videos of gorillas doing some things that like they do things like that would astonish you as far as like just the capacity for like understanding.
No. The thing with gorillas, they have emotions like what humans have.
Yeah, they get sad, they get depressed.
Yeah, and like
you ever see gorillas interact?
Have you ever
with people?
pissed off a gorilla that's already pissed off to begin with? They will not stop at you. They will hunt you down. And that's why there's like a lot of people die from gorillas because they already pissed off a pissed off gorilla, and that's when the gorilla like sit there, grab their leg, and just like slam against the tree and shit.
And they're not always aggressive either. Because of Harambe like trying to pull that kid away.
Yeah, that was so sad.
That is crazy. If that was a baby chimp, it would have never got shot. You know what I mean? Since it was a kid, they shot it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fucked up.
And it was just treating it like it was a kid, like a baby monkey.
Yeah,
it's crazy. All because it dragged it across the ground.
Yeah, and they shot it.
Yeah, and they shot it because of that. But that's how they carry their kids, is they just drag them across the fucking ground.
And actually, I think that, where was that located at, actually, when that happened? In Ohio?
Cincinnati Zoo.
Yeah, what they should have done was, they should have transferred that, him to a different...
Right, they should have put him somewhere different, not just dart the dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. R.I.P. Harambe. Dicks out for Harambe.
I do feel like there's a shift in just our culture since that happened.
Yeah, isn't it weird how it just, after that happened, just shit got fucking weird after that.
It's a conspiracy theory, but one that I find interesting, that it's like there's a timeline shift when that happened.
What, that happened in 2016? Right? 2015, 2016.
Sounds about right, because that's about the period of time when shit went sideways.
That's when fucking California was on fire, Australia was on fire, the election was going on. Dude, there was so much shit going on in 20.
Then they're like,
killer. You remember the killer clowns? From 2016,
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Bro, there was so much shit going on.
Then they're like, oh, we're going to try to, go on to this.
I think that's the year that Koby Bryant died.
4 years later, we had a pandemic, and then like it's still like there's still just shit going on left and right.
And it's all because they killed the fucking gorilla, dude. That's what kickstarted this whole thing.
Oh, that's an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I would never thought about it till Kobe Jack pointed it out.
I mean, Charles Manson said that he thinks the portal to hell is in Tiffin, Ohio, and then that happened in Ohio. So
yeah.
And then everything changed.
How the fuck were you know where Tiffin is? He doesn't. Oh, because it's 666 with the 6 corners.
I don't know how he came up with that, but he said like he believed the portal to hell was in Tiffin, Ohio. He specifically said that.
The 6 corners.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that nuts? And then Harambe died in Ohio, and then everything fucking goes crazy.
Why Ohio?
I feel like Ohio just got cursed by a bunch of fucking Indians.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Ohio is an Indian word.
Yeah, it is.
It's an Indian word. So.
But they're trying to be nice about it and changing like the names of their, teams. Like the Cleveland Guardians.
God, dude, the guy that the Washington Redskins used, his whole family gave consent to use his imagery for that, and then they took it down because they said it wasn't appropriate.
My thing is, I understood the whole Chief Wahoo thing could be slightly offensive. But why the team name? Indians is not bad.
No. And you ask all these Native Americans, and they're like, we like that because there's not a bunch of Native American representation anymore.
Well, the thing is, though, too, they're not Indian. It's
not technically
when they came into America.
Not technically,
they
but we
thought they were in India, but they were not in India, so they're not Indians.
Right.
But
Native American.
But
yeah,
the vernacular stuck around because I guess we just kept calling them that.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's kind of like
just
not
like
offensive to
anything else. Just like there's short names for Russians. There's nicknames for Chinese people. You know.
Yeah, but I feel like that a lot of these Native Americans were not even getting offended with these. Like look at like Kansas City Chiefs, the Arrowhead. You know,
like I said about Washington Redskins, like they went into that family and was like, can we use like him, like your great granddad, the chief, as like our mascot or whatever, like our logo for our team? They said yes, and they got royalties for it. Everything that got sold with that image on it, they got money for it. And they changed it. Now they're the Washington Commanders now?
Commando.
Yeah. So
Going Commando.
Cleveland Guardians.
Thank you for watching this episode. I'm CRollur.
And I'm Willie McDean. We got
Koby.